Kanye West, Kanye West, Kanye West. Present and future, visible and invisible. For what we want to know, and we want to know.
Is he MIA? Like, why is he missing? Are they doing something to him? Are they like resetting him? Is he vacationing?
They're cloning him.
Or is he being cloned?
And then for what's hidden, and what's hidden behind darkness, and the God and the saints will have answers to his questions. Here we go. So we're doing Kanye West. Tony always pulls out this shit at the last second. And then gets me all messed up from the original.
I didn't pull it up. They brought it up. I didn't even know about Kanye being missing.
First two coming out for Kanye West.
Yeezy.
That's interesting. Well, money pops up right over there. Go. Okay. So it's saying not happy, and then it talks about something magical. It talks about magic. So it's not happy with something that's magic or something that's, magic. Dark magic could be whatever. So something's not right there. Then it talks about money that's in the crossing of that. And then it says home and money. It talks about home and money. It says in the past, he was looking for justice. And that makes a lot of sense because that's what he's fighting against, the government. Justice, people, courts, that kind of shit. And it's talking about that justice. He wants justice. And it says, but presently there's no fruit on the tree. In other words, things haven't gone too good for him. Like he lost a lot of accounts. People kind of started trying to cancel him and shit. And then there's other people now that have kind of risen up to kind of back him up because what he's saying, a lot of shit that he's saying is kind of true. I'm not agreeing it. You can come to your own conclusions. But yeah, I don't want to say the wrong thing on here. It says in the future, no broken heart, which is interesting. It's facing that way. Wait. No, it's facing this way. Okay, so no broken heart. Then it says, not a fool though. Like he's not stupid. He's not a stupid man. Like, he's done some stupid shit, but it's also saying that he's not a fool. Like when it comes to certain things, he's very astute. It says angry about some things, and it talks about the devil and evil stuff, and we'll see what that's about. It's going to be interesting. And then it says not discontent in the future. So we'll see what that's about. The three to the left are kind of saying a woman that's upside down, and then it talks about a woman that's upside down with them who has something hidden. That's interesting. And then it says, and it's dark and witchcraft. So it's a woman who may be doing witchcraft to him.
Kardashian.
I didn't say that. I did not say that, but that came out of the woodwork from someone. Okay, and then in the crossing of that, and then talks about a woman with money, which is very interesting. Wow. So there's a belief. I won't say it's my belief. I know what I believe, but I'm not going to put it out there. But there's a belief that the Kardashians are witches, and Michelle loves bringing that up. Right, Michelle?
Hell yeah,
Okay.
they are.
Kardashian curse.
I don't know, man. I don't know about all that. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into Kanye. Here we go. First two are saying not happy, something that has to do with magic or mystical or spiritual or things of the dark or things that are made to happen. It says his family's been turned upside down. It says, and even though there's been face to face or confrontations or even attempts to reconcile, it says he knows in the end he has God. This is the shit he's talking about when he's being interviewed and videoed. And this is popping up in his cards. And then it says there's no karma. Like he's trying not to create karma, not to do bad. He's trying to do the right thing here because God wants you to do the right thing. It says, even though it's turning upside down a woman of money. So in other words, it's kind of embarrassing, I guess, to Kim that he's going against the grain, right? Because we just saw the videos that she put out with, Balenciaga. And those things, I don't even know how you would let those play, let alone...
You guys be the judge on that?
Yeah, you could be the judge on that, but
there's a lot of weird shit on those videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense. And so the fact that he's coming out against it and putting shit out there, I don't think she's happy with that. And I don't think that affects her money the way she would like to. It talks about money here. And it says, no hardship for money. He's not worried about the money. That's not how he's going to triumph. That's not what's going to make him win. It says he needs to work harder at getting some things across or making them work. It says he needs to become the master of that, be able to lead. lead in certain directions of certain things he's talking about. It says, and create friendships and possibilities and opportunities is what he's saying. Man, this is like some shit. It says in his home, let's see what it's saying about in his home. It says a man who doesn't believe in true love anymore. A man who knows that, his children are upside down. And a man who sees that money runs the world. It says, until it's over. And then, in other words, there's no out but money. Money is what runs the world. And basically, you don't see that until it's over. Until your time comes and you realize this was all a waste of time. And so he's looking for a higher perspective. When it talks about being at home, I show him right now kind of taking some time off. I don't think he's MIA because they're doing anything to, but I don't know yet completely. We haven't hit the bad card. But right now it shows could be at his home. Okay. It does say, personally, right now there's no fruit. There's nothing good's coming out right now. It says things are like black and white. Like there's people who are okay with them, people who aren't okay with them. There's certain groups that are okay with him, certain groups that aren't okay with him. And he's still coming out, spreading his message. He's still trying to move forward, is what it's saying. It says, but he's getting impatient. He's getting impatient. Maybe it's tearing on him. It's wearing on him. It's got to be a lot of weight, right? To create a movement in a certain direction against an oligarchy that has a ton of money, that's a tough movement.
And he's got a following.
Yeah, no, he's starting to develop some people, but it's got to be grueling. It says, but he doesn't want that to bring him to his knees, and he doesn't want to be destroyed. It says, even though the sun hasn't shined, like it's not, like not everybody's on board yet, or not, he hasn't got to where he wants to be. There's a lot of stress with that, I think. And so he may be just taking some time off, Tony. It says, not brokenhearted, doesn't want to be brokenhearted by a woman that he's upside down with. Like he doesn't want her to continue to make mistakes or be a part of something that he feels that it's bad. He doesn't want her to be like things were in the past, making those decisions. But she's angry. She gets angry and she's going to get what she wants. It says, and that's something that he's trying to pull away from. He's trying to be the light, and that anger is the darkness. And that's probably because of what she's associated with. And there's a strong current that runs between these two, but it's creating a lot of problems for everything else around, his kids, stuff like that. This whole lifestyle.
They're just two very strong, powerful people.
Oh, they're very two strong, very powerful people. That would be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, there's no doubt. But this is kind of saying that here. It's saying, says he doesn't want to look like a fool, but he has to believe in his spirituality. Like he's full blown in his spirituality. It says, and he's sure, he's positive that this is the right thing, and that it's going to win in the end. That there's triumph in the end. He said, so he's trying to block all that negativity and all that dark stuff. But even that kind of, like I said, it weighs on him. It's got to be very depressing. I know with a lot of you that I have, it's disappointing when you guys fuck up. It really is. It sucks because I carry a lot of that weight and it just tears me apart. And I think, Tony, you guys have seen that shit. But I keep moving forward with you. And I think that's kind of where he's at. Like he's carrying the weight of the world and in his mind. And honestly, there's some truth to the things he says. I'm not saying I'm following him, but I'm saying like,
give the guy a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Cut him some slack.
Yeah, cut him some slack.
Let him be.
Don't cancel this guy. Like he needs to be able to say what's on his mind. Remember, crazy people built the world, guys. And it's Truzy. It's Truzy. It's Truzy. Here we go. Anyways, it's saying so. It's kind of depressing and kind of does what it does to me when you guys mess up and start doing stuff. It just kind of pulls me down. It drains my energy. Okay. It says not angry though, and it's talking about the world's upside down. It's saying, and it's unfortunate. It says, but he thinks he's in the right place at the right time. Be able to say what he needs to say, to do what he needs to do, before it's too late, before there's no opportunities. And man, it's really talking about him. And then it says, it's crazy, like.
Oh, it is.
Oh, I know. I know, but I don't know that much about this fool, and it's like now I know a lot about this fool, and where he's coming from. All right, whatever. I forget I'm gifted sometimes. Anyways. Man, it's one of those moments. All right. It says the evil, talks about evil, and it says doesn't want to be involved with that. Doesn't want it to be a problem. Doesn't want it to be a burden anymore. Doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. which I understand. So what was he a part of? It says, doesn't want to have to make that decision. Not going to choose between God and evil, between God and the darkness. Not going to fight against the light. Not going to wow. All right. So that's what he's saying. I thought I was going to start rapping for a minute. It says, he knows that there's tons of lies and deceit out there. It says, but there's no death. There doesn't have to be death over stupid things. He's saying God isn't dead. You can lie and deceive and do all the things you want, but God's still alive, which is crazy. It says, even until they come to cut off his head. And that's what it says in the Bible, which is really crazy, right? Yeah. When they come for you at the very end and you don't decide, supposedly in the Bible, not supposedly, but in the Bible, I'm not going to start making shit up here. If you don't have the mark of the beast, then you get your head cut off. And that's what he's saying. There's no death for me in this, even if they lie and deceive, until they come to cut off my head, which is interesting. All right. It says, I don't see him being kidnapped, and I don't see him being rechanged or reformed.
He's not a clone, man.
I don't see that yet, Tony. I mean, maybe over here when we get over here to, what's her name? Kim. But, no. It says, so it's talking about not being disappointed. There's my card explaining what's going on. Man, I'm upside down. I need to get clean. It talks about him wanting to return. It's kind of like being a knight in shining armor, returning to, try to save things. He's a warrior. He's a warrior. And that's what I consider myself, trying to bring people to God. He's a warrior. It says, and even though things are incomplete, he says, there's really no obstacles as long as he keeps pushing forward. It says he doesn't want to be a burden to anyone, but at the same time, he's making a lot of sense in some things, and people are following him. It says, a woman who's upside down, so this is about Kim, upside down with them in love. It says, but what's hidden is there's darkness, there's magic, there's brujeria, which is fucking. Tony's been waiting for this forever, guys. Tony's been waiting for this forever because Tony completely and fully believes in the Kardashian curse and that they're all witches. And so, I mean, I'm not going to put myself out there, but I have my thoughts. It says returning to money. So to her, this is about returning to money. Like you're interfering with me making money because it's becoming an issue, right? Between Kim and all this shit, and now they're looking at her deeper. And it says, so does she return back with him? Does she just get back with him and that'll make it better? And maybe then he'll be happy, and then they can move forward. It says, but she just doesn't want to be that mom. She has nannies. There's no doubt. She's got to have nannies.
She does.
And so she's like,
she's just too into the dark. She ain't trying to go.
Wow, you just went there. Just fucking put us out there. Yeah, she's just into the dark. I'll drink some milk to that. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so it's not saying she doesn't want to be the mom. And that's difficult to explain. Being the mom and being there for your kids is one thing. But definitely making, because I think she's still doing her career shit, it just makes it difficult to be a mom. And maybe that's what Kanye kind of wanted. This is what the kids need at this point, to stop your career and we got money. And then it talks about her wanting to be a woman of money, so it's right there. It says, always willing to take risks to move forward for money. It says, finding herself alone a lot. A man who's upside down with her, so he's upside down with her. It says, and no really finding a road back. So she may date people and shit, but man, is it them or is it her? Because at some point,
it's the family.
I don't know. It's got to be a lot of it. There's got to be a lot of shit that goes on. I don't know. It says, but she'll have lovers. So I don't see her getting into a relationship again where she gets married, but she'll have lovers, of course.
Like Pete Davidson.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That was all over Taco Bell now.
Maybe that's why he got with it, because she helped him catapult his career. It says a new beginning, though. He wants a new beginning, one where things aren't incomplete. In other words, he wants a new world, which is true, not a new world order, but a new world where this kind of stuff isn't affecting our children and stuff like that. It says, and at that point it says, but there's been no change. It says, and quickly, it says, and very quickly, it says, there's not going to be any love left. It says, and there'll be nothing to fight for anymore. We won't even be able to defend ourselves. So that's what he's saying. And which really sounds like him, which is just crazy. But that's what he's saying. So it looks like he's taking some time off. I think he's burnt out. You know what I mean? There's got to be a lot of pressure going on these talk shows, doing stuff. So I don't see that they're doing anything to him. I don't think he's missing in action because they're resetting him. Not right now, not yet anyways.